Hari Om Dirghayushman Bhava Sarve Janaah Sukhino Bhavantu Tadhastu. So I am continuing in English chapter 7 on the greatness of Bhagavad Gita in English. So here, see, we have seen about the what's going on between Arjuna and Bhagavan Krishna, because Arjuna was totally shattered in his mind, we know, because he is a ahimsavadi, not himsavadi. So he doesn't want to fight. No? Now here Bhagavan says a very beautiful verse which everybody should know, that chapter 18 verse number 48. Bhagavan says here, Sahajam karma kaunteya sadosham api na tyajet. I'm repeating, Sahajam karma kaunteya sadosham api na tyajet. Sarva arambhan hi doshena. Sarva arambhan hi doshena dhumena agnihir avrtah. Dhumena agnihir avrtah. So Bhagavan is very clear. What he says, sahajam, it is natural, it is innate. Karma, any karma, sahajam, hey Kaunteya, he addresses first. Hey Kaunteya, sahajam karma sa dosham api na tyajet. Na tyajet. Don't abandon it, don't throw it away, because it is natural for every karma to have dosha. Sa dosham api also. Very clear. Sarva arambhan, anything you start, he doshena, it's only with dosha or by mistakes. Any sarva arambhan, anything you start will have doshena. Just like what? Dhumena, by smoke, agnihir iva avrita. See, the iva is a very good proposition. Iva and api and all. Iva is just like Rama Ravana yor yuddham Rama Ravana yor iva. Yoho iva. So iva means just like. You can't, there is no comparison to Rama Ravana yuddham. In Kalidasas you will see Raghuvamsha. But here, so just like the Agnihi avrita. Avartana means circled by dhumena, by dhuma means smoke. The Agni is pure. Okay, you are starting and seeing it. But it is covered by dosha. What is that? Smoke. So, any karma you want to do, Bhagavan says, sahajam, it is natural to have dosha, some dosha. That's what Bhagavan says. Some dosha it will have. Anything you start, sarva arambhan, he, doshena only. By dosha only you start something. Because just like the Agni is pure, but dhumena agnihir iva avrita. It's covered. The Agni beautifully, it's a pure. Agni means pure, but it's covered by also smoke. That's the dosha. See the philosophy. See, the point is, Bhagavan wants everybody to do karma in their daily life. He's not asking you to be lazy, because we are born in this world of Maya. I will explain that philosophy. I have given a lecture on the world is Maya, illusion, 6-7 years back, based on Mandukya Rishi's observations, which I am going to start again once again. But the point is, you can't just throw away your samsara karma yoga. We have seen that. Karma yoga and sannyasa yoga and all. He says, Vishishyam is karma yoga only. You will be doing the karma, and every karma in the starting itself will have dosha. It will be having dosha only. So, see, there is no point in you running, and we are in the world of Maya. You know, all of us, we go to the office, we write our exams, we marry our children, we go to various places, we eat various food, we do various things. Okay, what is that? I am going to give you, illustrate with examples. What is the example? Okay, the most pure thing is a mother giving birth to a child. The child comes into existence. Now here also that karma of giving birth is dosha. What dosha? The mother brings a child into the existence in the world. That the world is full of sukha and dukkha. So the child will have some suffering, some sorrow, happiness, everything it will have as it grows, and finally at the age of 100, the child passes away after old age, just like anybody. So You are creating a unnecessary thing of making giving birth to a child. The child goes sufferings, everything. It understands it. Actually, it may be born defective. Some may be born healthy also. But those born healthy may have sorrows in their life, loss in business, family life, emotions. See, based on what they are born, what their prarabdha karma is, they are being brought into existence to undergo the chakra of birth and death, which is not Bhagavan wanted also, or in the Hindu philosophers also, the moksha prapti means you merge yourself with the Atma, Paramatma. So there is no coming into the chakra, the cycle of birth and death, and have all these sorrows or dukkha. There is a sorrow and dukkha for anybody who are born in this world. There is absolutely no doubt, whosoever it may be. And finally what? The truth, finally what? The untruth, the body is untrue is revealed. The child becomes aged, and he can't see, he can't hear, then finally he dies, maybe with or without suffering, physical body suffering through diseases or through emotions. So that is the sorrow, a dosha karma, which the mother is inflicting upon the child. Now, what about the child? It also inflicts on the mother, because she has to undergo the labor pain, the birth pain, 9 months carrying in her womb, feeding it. It is difficult, it is not easy, it is not happiness, it is not a pleasure. While delivery, there is a pain. Take the doctor. The doctor also, in his karma, he can inflict pain while surgery. Is it not? Any doctor, the patient can feel the pain during a surgery. Well, you take an advocate. He may have to prepare false witness to defend his client. There is a dosha there. Take an engineer. He may produce something which is defective, which is not up to the quality, which is not producing the quality product to the public. Therefore, he is inflicting some sorrow on the public by producing inferior machinery, or some accidents can happen through that machine to somebody else, may get injured. Is it not? The engineer, the doctor also treats with pain, without pain, and therefore he gives a sort of a dosha while carrying out his activity. Take a farmer, when he grows, he has to spray insecticides, many insecticides die, and then when he brings the produce may be good or bad or infected. He has to kill lot of worms which are life while plowing, or while installing seeds in the farmlands, in the agricultural land. So there are, even the farmer can inflict or does inflict dosha as he raises crops. What about businessmen? What about the people who are in industry? Businessmen may sell inferior goods, thereby the public can feel sorrow for buying an inferior good. Or the employer may not pay the employee, though he gives employment, may not pay the employee the desired salary. The employee will feel agitated, or the employee can steal from the employer also. He may not work as per the expectations of the employer, so employer will feel dissatisfied. A dosha is there. So anywhere in the cycle, in the chakra, even if I want to go to an office, I have to prepare myself. When I wash my clothes, a lot of insects can get killed by bleaching through soda, or through caustic soda, or through the soap powders. We don't know while walking. And so even in an office interactions, some anger will be there, some sorrows in discussions can happen. So everywhere, even arambhan, sarva arambhani doshayana, anything you start, right from childbirth, I have seen. There are the process of pain is sorrow. So that's what Bhagavan says, practically 5,000 years back he advises, it is bound to have, because you have come into the chakra of life and death, into this world. Instead of having a moksha prapti that I am not discussing, but here you have come into the world now, the world of Maya. At the same time, you see, the mother is a purity, she gives life to a child. The child may become a very big person tomorrow, so she also gives sukha. And she may not even really feel a pain while carrying, she may be feeling happiness while she is bearing a child, except for at the time of delivery. So the child also gives happiness to the mother. If the child looks after the parents very well, especially in their old age, see the happiness they will get. So children are required, they are wealth also. Similarly, when a farmer produces, if he doesn't spray insecticide on the plants or whatever it is, what happens? Sufficient food will not be produced and more people will die of hunger. So farmer does a very good thing of producing food which is required. A doctor's knife is very important because the life of a patient is more important than the suffering of a patient. He has to save the life of the patient. The advocate can prepare a false witness, and because he has to defend the client, because to defend the client it is dharma. An engineer, by producing inferior, but he produces something which will help further down the generation to improve upon his invention, and therefore he lays down a clear path of what is meant by technology so that it can be developed upon, and through his machine goods are produced. A businessman is required, though sometimes inferior goods are produced or inferior goods are sold and bought. Who will do the business of PPP, all these what is known as promoting a product or placing the product to the public for their consumption, which is they require it. Even simple thing like a bottled water is required when I am traveling in a car in a hot road. I cannot go to a search of a river and to go there and drink, because I want the water immediately on the roadside. On the tar road, it's very hot. See, Bhagavan is very clear on that. That's what we have to understand. What is what? And then Bhagavan also says in chapter number 13, verse number 18, knowledge is very important. Everybody knowledge. The verse is like this. Chapter 13, verse number 18. Jyodisham tat jyotihi. Jyodisham tat jyotihi. Tamasah param uchyate. Tamasah param uchyate. Jnanam jneyam jnanagamyam sarvasya hridihi vishtitham. So jnanam jneyam jnanagamyam hridihi sarvasya vishtitham. I will tell you the meaning. So the jyodisham, the brightness, tat jyotihi, it is the important that has the jyotihi, and it is tamasah. Tamasa means darkness, greater than a darkness, means not knowledge. That's artha. It's a poetic way of putting. Uchyate is being said. Jnanam, what is that jyotihi? The jnanam, the knowledge. Jneyam, to be known, should be known. The knowledge to be known. Jneyam. Jnanagamyam, to be approached. Gam is a root in dhatu, generally to go. So aham gacchami means I am going. So jnanagamyam, the path to the jnanam is a very, very, very important thing. That is what Bhagavan says, sarvasya hridihi, in the heart, that jnanam vishtitam is existence, but it stands there because that knowledge, which is in your heart, the jyoti which is in your heart, if you realize it, that is, you will get the jnanam, the knowledge, and the knowledge to be known, and the path to the knowledge, the way to the knowledge. This is what is important, because without knowledge, nothing works. Even nowadays, you take this, our advances in technology, in medical sciences, in electronics, in mobile phones, whatever way you want. We are advancing so much that by just for a common man, a press of a button in his mobile phone, he can see the world and get things done by that mobile. So it's all coming out of jnana gamyam, the path to knowledge and to be known, these knowledges, which nobody says. We don't want to go to heaven or something. When you do your actions, automatically you will not have the next chakra, next birth or death. You will be merging yourself with the Paramatma in a state of bliss. But when you come into this world of Maya, you will have to undergo and everything. And in the world of Maya, you have to have knowledge. And knowledge build on A1, A2, A3, A4, A5, like that, B1. You go on like climbing up the step of a ladder. It will be beneficial so that it will mitigate your sufferings, your yearnings to a very large extent. That is what even in Western sciences, they don't go to any worshipping temple and all. 90% of the scientists don't go. Concentrate on knowledge. Knowledge is development. Knowledge is development, and you will reap as thou sow, thou shalt reap. That's what even Christ said in somewhere in Bible. For every action, there is an equal and reaction. Therefore, knowledge is very important. And you cannot, your knowledge you have. Arjuna, if you do the war, you are doing the war. Nobody can do. See, one very interesting aspect in the Bible I was reading, that I was hearing a missionary speaking that Jesus Christ died for the sinners, died for us. Never I have seen Jesus Christ call himself as a God, but whatever it is, when I went through the chapter, the Ezekiel, they say Ezekiel, chapter 18, verse number 20, I'm just reading as it is for you. The soul that sins, it shall die. The son shall not bear the iniquity of the father. Iniquity means sins. The son shall not bear the iniquity of the father, neither shall the father bear the iniquity of the son. The righteousness of the righteous shall be upon him, and the wickedness of the wicked shall be upon him. It is very clear. You have to suffer for you. I cannot die for you. So what makes these missionaries and all? They want to attract people. So he has died so that you can evoke sympathy or empathy. See, you have to bear. You have to possess the knowledge. You have to do the work. As you do, there may be a dosha, but you have been born in this world. So Bhagavan says, think of me always. Then the impact of a dosha will come down. The lowest point of a dosha which anybody can have is the childbirth, I said. It's more of 99% purity, pavitram, and goodness, and 1% that dosha will be there. It is there. To the extent of going to a terrorist who kills everybody. It's 100% dosha only. The karma. Therefore, what Bhagavan says in Bhagavad Gita, or has been telling 5,000 years back, can be applied even today, which any other Abrahamic text cannot be applied today. You cannot put their CRPC and CPC now in place. What Abrahamic texts say, whether what Quran says or whether Bible says, if you start stoning and then killing anybody who commits adultery or cut their hand, or this, you will be held responsible. But Bhagavan never said all these things. He said, he gave a practical dealing. Even today it is applicable. With this I end this session. Till such time, bhuyat tavat shubhamangalam. Thank you.